Morning, Mr. Tate.
Wasn't expecting to see anyone this time of the morning.
I like to make an early start. I'm going to clear the tennis court. It seems a shame to let it go to ruin. A bit of work, I can have it right up to scratch.
What on earth for? You've heard rumours that I'm training for Wimbledon next year?
No, sir. I just thought Zoe might like to play, or Charity.
Zoe plays different games. It's for charity. You want some?
No, I don't drink much. Are you all right, Mr. Tate?
I've been looking for you.
Everyone seems to have insomnia this morning.
I've been worried about you.
What would I do without you, Terry?
Drink by the look of it. Don't you think it's a bit early for that?
On the contrary, I've been up all night, so it seems quite late.
Good. Well, I'll make you some breakfast then.
No, I'm not hungry.
Tough. It'll do you good to eat.
Still don't see why you did it.
I told you last night. Chris has a right to know.
Chris has a right... So, give me that. Must have been the last thing he ever wanted to hear.
OK, but I have rights too. I love Charity. Charity loves me. We couldn't keep it a secret forever.
I mean, you couldn't keep it a secret. Seemed quite happy the way things were.
She'll see it's for the best when she's had time to think.
I wouldn't bet on it. Zoe, you're playing a really dangerous game here and you've got to try and put things right with Chris.
No, Paddy. You don't understand. I've been watching her slip away. I had to do something to get it back.
Big gamble, though, innit? And what if you lose?
Egg, bacon, black coffee.
I'm not hungry. This coffee needs livening up.
Hey, that's not the answer. You said it never worked for your dad, and it's not going to work for you.
I hate it when you're like this. All this salt of the earth, good advice, it turns my stomach.
Tough. Eat your breakfast.
You've got all this wrong. I give the orders, not you.
You going to sack me again? Well, why stop there? Why don't you sack the nanny and the gardener and all the others? Take your spite out and then you could send your son off to boarding school and be left here all on your own, just like I said you would.
It's okay. You were right. Made a complete fool of myself.
You don't know that. You don't know if it's true. And you're not going to find out by sitting here feeling sorry for yourself.
What am I going to do, Terry?
You're going to eat your breakfast. Then you're going to clean yourself up, sober yourself up, and start thinking straight.
You have to sign for that.
Thanks.
Just these.
You going to Home Farm today?
Going back, I was there first light. I just need something for my 11s.
Any news?
About what?
Haven't you heard? The Tate's murky triangle. Chris, Charity, and Zoe, and it all came out in Marlon's last night.
I thought he was in a funny mood. He's been drinking.
Oh, just like his father. He was an alcoholic, you know. Well, I hope he drowns himself in booze, the little toe rag.
That's not very charitable, Viv.
Well, I should think charity's a dirty word up there right now. Listen, you can have this on the house as long as you bring me back all the gossip.
Thanks.
Off to work.
Yeah, see you later.
Tell them to hurry up with me catalogue. I can't wait to see myself in it.
Yeah, I do need to speak to them about that.
Yeah, great. Okay, go with that then. I left my handbag.
I'm sorry about last night. I think this should cover everything.
Oh, well, you know, if I wanted a cabaret, OK, I would have hired a conjurer. You lot were bad for business.
What on earth got into you, Zoe?
I've apologised and I really don't want to discuss it anymore. I just need to ask Chloe something about Charity.
You're wasting your time. She didn't come home last night and she's really upset.
Well, do you know where she's gone?
No. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Look, I understand how you feel. I really didn't mean to upset her.
I've got work to do.
What a glorious day, eh? They thought we couldn't touch them up there in the big house. But the hand of the Dingles reached out and dragged them down the muck where they belong.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite like that, Zach.
Huh? Of course it was. She told me and Kane that she could hurt them more than we ever could. He didn't believe her, but I knew I could trust that girl. She's a Dingle, through and through.
But with Zoe?
She did what she had to do, son. And I'm proud of her. There'll be some celebrating done today.
Later on, maybe, but we've got to be at work.
Hey, we'll be all right at lunchtime. Mr. Pollard's got a council meeting. Not be back all afternoon.
I'll have the drinks set up ready. Meantime, I'm going to savour the moment. Miss Iron Mighty Zoe brought law. And that scumbag Chris cowering in his chair. Justice! Look, we're just going round and round in circles.
Doesn't make sense.
Colonel Bartram wants to renegotiate his contract for next season.
Zoe will handle it.
Yeah, well, she's not answering the phone.
Well, then I'm sure you can deal with it, Andrew. I'm taking the day off.
Okay. Perhaps we could just run through a few ballpark figures.
Andrew, you're supposed to be the manager. Why don't you just go and manage?
Thanks. Do you think I'll ever see her again?
Do you want to?
I just can't imagine life without her anymore. But I can't live with the idea of her and Zoe either.
Chris, we've been through all this before.
But why would she say it if it wasn't true?
Well, maybe she just wants to hurt you. I mean, I watched you takes trying to destroy each other enough times to know that nothing's ever what it seems. You need to talk to Charity. Hear her side of the story.
I don't even know where she is.
Well, you got to get out there and find her. I mean, anything's better than sitting here brooding about it.
Listen to that. Got one as sweet as a nut.
Sounds all right. Where does she go?
With the modifications I've made, like a dream. Fancy a spin? You're on.
Hey, I hope you're not going racing round them country lanes again.
We're taking it for a test drive, Betty.
Well, the least you can do is wait till you're out of this village before you put your foot down. It ain't Brands Hatch, ain't this, you know. The rest of us are scared to cross the road when you're out.
I'm a very safe driver, Betty.
Guess you've heard about what happened?
I should think everyone has by now. You know how bad news spreads around this village?
Oh, I doubt they see it as bad news. I should think most of them are delighted to see me down. Maybe you are.
I don't know what to think, Chris.
You told me I'd drive her away. I mean, is it my fault, Kathy? Did I make all this happen?
Hey, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I need to talk to Charity, straighten things out, get some answers, but I can't find her.
I don't know where she is. No one does.
Chloe?
No. Back off, Chris. She's already had Zoe in here badgering her. I'm not having you upsetting her, or I'll bar the pair of you.
I don't want to cause trouble. I just want some answers.
Okay, Marlon, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. Perhaps you could get us a drink. Just a coffee. A bit of privacy.
Well, what do you think?
Smart. Mind you, if Jack Sugden sees you cutting across his field, you're a dead man.
Yeah, well, he's got to catch me first, hasn't he? Ain't going to do that in the tractor.
Hey, you want to be careful. Roaring round the streets like that. Someone is trying us a hangover. Serves a right state she came home in last night.
I only had a few.
Is that bloke's or drinks?
Shut up, you. You're giving me a reputation.
I think it's a bit late for that, don't you?
We're up in jest and keep her on straight and narrow. They seem made for each other.
Could turn nasty, though. They start fancying the same person. Look at Chris and Zoe.
Chris is at Marlon's talking with Chloe.
Thanks for the warning. Did she tell him any more than she told me?
Dunno, I didn't stop to listen. I don't like intruding on people's grief.
Well, I thought you would see he got what he deserved after the way he treated you.
So this is all about settling old scores, is it?
No, of course not. It's about Charity and me being in love.
When I heard it, she denied there was anything between you. just wasn't ready to come out yet.
Or is that what you wanted to believe?
It's been going on for months, and maybe I shouldn't have sprung it on Chris like that, but it had to come out sometime.
Quite frankly, I don't care whether it's true or not. But either way, Zoe, what you did was unforgivable.
I couldn't stand by and watch her throw away her life on it. I care about her too much.
And what about Chris?
Kathy, this is the man who had an affair with your best friend while he was still married to you.
I don't need reminding. There's nothing you can tell me about Chris I don't already know, but maybe, just maybe being in love might have changed him where the rest of us have failed.
She doesn't love him.
Probably not. But she doesn't love you either, Zoe. That's why you had no right to do this.
She must have phoned you. Told you what was happening.
Honestly, I haven't heard anything, Mr. Tate. If she don't come back...
Why, you think she's gone for good?
Oh, no, I mean, I don't know, but if she has gone, does that mean I have to move out the cottage?
I haven't got time to think about that, Chloe. I've just got to find her. You've got to help me.
Don't start bullying, Chloe. I've warned you, that's not going to solve anything.
OK, Marlon, I can handle it. I'm sure you got things to do in the kitchen, so why don't you get on with them?
Yeah, right.
I'd like to help you, Mr. Tate, but there's really nothing anyone can do till she comes back.
You could answer some questions. Was she having an affair with Zoe?
I don't know.
Oh, you're her best friend. She must have talked to you about it, if it was true.
We don't discuss everything.
Well, you must have some... Did Zoe visit the cottage often?
Yeah, she came to the cottage a few times, but that doesn't prove anything. We had lots of visitors.
But you knew that she was attracted to Charity.
Zoe's never made a secret of what she is. She likes women.
But surely knowing that, Charity would have said something if Zoe's made a play for her.
Oh, I don't know. Zoe's a powerful woman and she's your sister. I mean, Charity would have found it an impossible situation.
So Zoe used her position to put pressure on Charity?
Yeah. That's exactly how it was.
Thank you. Thank you. You've made that a lot clearer.
I don't blame Charity for running away. Maybe you should think about leaving, because you're not going to have many friends left in the village after this.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay. I've said what I came for.
Seems like everyone's turning against me.
What did you expect?
I do what I thought was right.
Yeah. But now it looks like you've both lost her.
Well, it needs something. Cayenne, pepper, paprika. What do you reckon?
Well, from where I'm standing, all it needs is eating.
Well, I'll be serving up in 10 minutes if you'd like to go through.
No chance. No, I'm not going to that bar today. They'll all be pumping me for gossip about home farm.
You should be used to that by now, all the scandal they get up there.
Now, this one takes a biscuit even for them. Tangled webs. Still, you should know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to put all that behind me.
Might not be so easy now that Bernice is pregnant. Carlos, any chance?
I don't know what to think. And that just makes it worse.
Yeah, well, I'll leave you to it.
I thought we ought to establish some ground rules.
Simplest is we stay away from each other.
That's not going to be very practical when we have to work together.
I know my job. If you do yours, then there should be no problem.
I never wanted it to end like this.
It's your choice. Now I've got work to do.
About the catalogue.
Yeah, I know it's a mess, but I think I found a way to get us both off the hook.
Hey, if Pollard had any initiative, he'd have us making triangle T-shirts.
Oh, they sound like hotcakes.
Hey, I just wish I could have seen Christie's face.
Well, now's your chance. Here it comes.
I don't want any trouble, Zach.
Trouble? I want to enjoy every minute.
Afternoon, Chris.
So, how's life treating you?
Where's Charity?
Why do you want to know?
Need to talk to her.
She don't want to talk to you, mate.
Have you spoken to her?
Not yet, but
The message is clear enough from what I've heard. So why don't you just crawl back to home farm and lick your wounds? That's all that's left for you. Yeah, well, thanks anyway, pal. Cheers.
I've come to see Chris.
He's not here.
How is he?
How do you expect? He's devastated.
Look, I know you think what I did was
Zoe,
wrong.
save your breath. I've known Chris at his worst, but no one deserves what you did to him.
Zoe, I'm really glad to see you.
Oh, well, I'm pleased someone is.
I've been trying to get some stud farm decisions all day, but Chris just isn't interested.
We both have other things to worry about right now.
I don't care what mess you make of your private lives. You've both got a business to run, and I'm entitled to some support. Otherwise, you better find yourself another manager.
Okay, I will come right now and sort it out. Will you tell Chris I was worried about him?
Tell him yourself. It'd stick in my throat.
Zach's been loving every minute of this. I suppose with your Dingle connection, you feel the same.
Well, no, I just wish it hadn't have happened.
I warned Zoe she was playing with fire.
You warned her? So you knew what was going on. When did you find out?
A while ago, Zoe told me.
So you've only got Zoe's word that it was true.
And I saw them together in a car once. I was angry because it started to affect her work and she was supposed to be on call.
What were they doing?
Just talking.
You see, that doesn't prove anything.
But why would Zoe lie?
Because Zoe wants it to be true.
Well, I suppose it could be like that.
Chloe thinks Zoe's been trying to push Charity into having an affair. Don't you get it? She'd be too frightened to tell anyone because of what Zoe could do to her. It all fits. When she knew she wasn't getting anywhere, she used last night as a desperate shot to split me and Charity up. No wonder she ran away.
Table 4 is still waiting for the specials.
Well, they'd get done a hell of a lot faster if you stopped pestering me.
I was just passing on a message. There was no need to snap.
I didn't mean to.
I know we're finished, but I thought we could at least be polite to each other.
Just wondered if you knew when, or indeed if, Charity was ever coming back.
That's the big question.
Just I've got a car tuned up.
Oh, look, I've already had Chris and Zoe cross-question me about it, and I don't know where she's gone, all right?
Well, I'm surprised Chris wants to find her, after what he's just heard.
Well, he seems to have convinced himself that Zoe's made it all up.
Well, it doesn't make a difference either way, does it? If she's done a runner, they might as well both forget about her.
No chance. And since they're both stuck up at home farm, they're going to end up killing each other.
What are you doing here?
I live here, remember?
I'm hardly likely to forget.
We need to talk.
I think you've said enough.
I didn't come here to row.
In that case, talking would definitely be a mistake.
Chris, we live in the same house. We are directors of the same companies. Ignoring each other is not an option, so... Let's just try and make this as painless as possible.
It's getting worse. He snaps at me over the slightest thing, and I still don't know what I did to upset him.
It's not your fault. You've got to stop blaming yourself.
Emily's right. Forget Carlos. Get yourself a new man. One who appreciates you.
I really like him.
You can do better for yourself.
Of course you can. You're young, bright, pretty. Remind me of myself when I was your age.
And when Carlos sees you with another man, it'll remind him of what he's missing.
You're right. It's time to move on.
You look more pleased with yourself. Sorted out that problem at work.
Yeah, we're all really happy with the way it's turned out.
Oh, and your catalogue will be here within a week.
Yes!
Cheers.
What are you celebrating, Zach?
The fall of the House of Tates. I hope Charity comes in soon. She certainly deserves a drink.
No, I don't think Charity will be coming in.
From what we heard, she wasn't in the mood for celebrating. She was upset.
It's okay, it's all part of the act.
I'm not so sure.
She told me she had it all planned.
Charity said a lot of things to a lot of people. They can't all be true.
She's run away, Dad. Maybe she's never coming back.
Whatever you think, I never set out to hurt you.
What other reason would you have for telling all those lies?
Lies?
You were there. Charity denied all of it.
That was my fault. I shouldn't have surprised her like that. But when she's had time to think, she'll see it's better this way.
Oh, I don't think so. I spoke to Paddy, to Chloe, and everything they told me confirmed what I already suspected.
Oh, which is?
That this affair never happened except in your head. Or you made a try for Charity and she turned you down, so you thought you'd have a better chance if you split us up.
Oh, you just wanted...
All I want is you to stay out of my life as much as possible. Oh, we can work together when we have to, or I'll even be polite to you in front of people, but I'm never going to trust you again, and that includes with my son.
You can't use Joseph.
Oh, yes, I can. I don't want you anywhere near him ever again.
You know how much I love him. You're just doing this out of spite to hurt me.
So now you know how it feels. Oh, I hope you're satisfied with your night's work, Zoe.